For those who may be wondering why Christians became Christians or why they choose to stay as Christians, well, coming from an ex-psychic tarot reader and someone who was in New Age ever since I was really young, because it was the first thing that was offered to me when I started to discover that I had certain spiritual gifts. Now realizing that more often than not, the first thing that's offered to you is definitely a counterfeit. But just back to the question, why would we stay as Christians? And I want to bring you to the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 4. I will be your God throughout your lifetime, until your hair is white with age. I made you, and I will care for you. I will carry you along and save you. So what coming to Jesus Christ did for me was I gave him my heart. I came to a point where I was completely at the end of myself. Being a tarot reader, being into all of that kind of stuff, it really brought me to the end of myself. I suffered horrendously. I had just absolutely terrible nightmares. I would wake up with bruises all over my legs and my arms. I would have literally no energy in the day. My finances were suffering, my relationships were suffering, and I was wondering why this was going on. Little did I know that all of those practices make you come into agreement with demons. And as my gifts were becoming stronger, my body was declining. So I knew something was wrong. I knew something was up. Now, coming to Jesus Christ was definitely a process. And once I gave my heart to him, the spiritual attacks, I will say, did ramp up, because these things that I was in agreement with, they did not want to let go with me. And that's how demonic spiritual agreements or contracts work. Okay, these things, they come to collect. But we're lucky here, because as these things come to collect, we had somebody here who came and died on a cross to pay these debts, to pay the debts of my wicked sins. I didn't know it was wicked, okay? And that's the downfall of the world today, is sin is so normalized. It is given to us on a platter, so it seems normal. So when people look at Christianity as oppressive, or like a rule book or a cult or something like that, we really need to take into account people's personal testimonies of what life was like before Jesus and then after they got delivered.